Neon Nights. John Costa. Neon Nights. Neon Nights. John Costa. Neon Nights. John Costa. Neon Nights.
Hi, this is Boy Shorts. I'm Tareq.
And I'm Vangelis.
And you're listening to Neon Nights
with John and Costa.
Hey everyone, I'm John von Ahlen.
And I'm Costa Lakoumentas.
And together we are
Neon Nights.
So tonight on Neon Nights, we are proudly joined in the studio by the shape-shifting duo Boys Shorts, the ultimate in crate diggers and deep tech house muscle.
Okay, so they burst on the scene in 2020 and they came armed with their 12 inches and a bold mission statement which warned us, we make people dance. And listeners, you have officially been put on notice.
From late night lofts to the sweaty, sin-soaked rooms of Berghain, Tareq and Vangelis, who are here in the studio with us right now, have unleashed sets with infectious energy, delivered high-profile remixes for the likes of Get Ready, Alison Goldfrapp and Hot Chip, as well as receiving heavy rotation on BBC One Radio with their own releases.
Okay, people, so strap in and see for yourself what could possibly come of 4 Greek men trapped in one tiny and very steamy room.
Okay, so we're here in the studio with Tareq and Vangelis. Welcome to Melbourne. Welcome to Neon Nights.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Hi, thank you.
And thanks so much for the intro. Wow.
Well, it's very fitting. We're big fans, and for the last 2 years, we've played on very high rotation.
Heaps of songs. So the first song we're starting with is Hot Chip. We all know Hot Chip. This is your Boys Shorts remix. So how did that come about?
We're big fans of Hot Chip since forever, I guess.
Yeah.
So we got in touch with them and just asked if we can work with them. That's all. And they said, yeah, of course. So it happened.
That's amazing. And how much turnaround time did you have to do the remix? Was it?
It was a week.
A week?
It was only a week, yeah.
And how much were you stressing and sweating?
Very much. The thing is that at the same time, we did also a remix for Nick Warren. So we did 2 remixes in a week.
Holy moly.
That had to be released,
Oh my God. Talk about the pressure. Okay. This is Hot Chip Devotion, the Boys Shorts remix right here on
Neon Nights.
Oh
Hot Chip Devotion, the Boys Shorts remix. How amazing is that? Okay, so Vangelis and Tareq, let's talk about sound origins and identity. So walk us through the early days of Boys Shorts. What and when was the pivotal moment in the inception of the duo? Like, how did you guys get together?
We're friends for 20 years now. We were DJing for many years together. We had in mind of working on a project, but never took shape before.
Yeah, we moved in London in 2013 at the same time, and we thought, let's start doing a project. And
so did you move to London together or just separately?
Separately, but at the same time.
Yeah. Living on the same street.
Yeah, it was really,
Okay.
yeah.
So it was like coincidence?
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of.
Wow.
But
I like this.
we knew that. No, we knew. We knew that.
So we thought, let's because we already been playing in parties together, and then we said let's do something together. But life happened, and
at the same time we were both looking for jobs there, trying to find a way to live in London,
fit in and everything.
So it wasn't the right time. Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, when the lockdown happened, and there was plenty of time, so we were like, why don't we revisit the idea? So we started writing songs, producing tracks, and we had a number of tracks at some point that we thought, let's start sending to labels. Yeah.
So individually, had either of you been doing music beforehand?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah, I had a band called Texoir, and that was like in 2005, and that's how I actually met Vangelis, because we went to perform to the venue. He was a resident DJ, and after that we became friends, and then I went solo, like it happens with most bands.
We all know.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I was the Beyonce of the band. So,
if you can't tell, listeners, he's going very bright red now.
So after that, I released a few albums, and at some point, because it was more electronic pop, so growing older, I don't feel like you change and you evolve, and I feel like the sound I wanted to follow was more like dance music, and Vangelis was the person that had the same idea.
Gave the spark, the flame.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come back with more questions, but right now the next track is Croccante.
Okay, this is a hot track though.
All right, so this is Protopapa, which we might talk a little bit more about after the break.
Featuring Hard Ton, and we'll talk about them as well.
You are listening to
Neon Nights.
That was a Croccante featuring Hey Cabera. That was Protopapa and Boys Shorts. Okay, so Tareq and Vangelis, can you tell us a little bit about your musical inspirations and like the ones that you like individually and the ones that sort of overlap, so that gives us an idea about the Boys Shorts sort of sound, where it's coming from?
Well, we both like pop and dance music.
And indie.
I'm more into indie music, actually. I love 80s a lot. Tareq likes 90s a lot. Oh, I love almost everything from 80s, from rock to pop. Like, I believe in 80s, there's so much inspiration from the 80s in general. From the new romantic era to the original pop Stock Aitken, Waterman.
Oh my God.
Stuff. And,
I just knew this was a marriage made in heaven. I just knew we were all going to get along very well.
Well, some bands from the 80s, like Depeche Mode, like Pet Shop Boys, and then from the 90s, I was a big fan of Ace of Base. Then from the noughties, Goldfrapp has been my favorite band, so it's been a big inspiration, and Hot Chip, obviously. I felt like music in the 90s was blooming, and also with technology blooming as well.
With
like
the sampling,
everything could make amazing things. Everyone, I mean.
So going back to the 80s, we have a very influential track, Bronski Beat. How did this remix come about from Bronski Beat?
So they were doing the
celebration of the 40th year.
That was about last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we thought there wasn't a good remix.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well,
I have to say it's an impeccable remix, and I only heard it a couple of nights ago.
I'm joking.
We just wanted a remix that we were able to fit on our sets.
And also, if you notice, there's a sample from Enjoy the Silence.
Okay, so let's have a listen now. We've got Bronski Beat, Smalltown Boys. This is Smalltown Boy, the Boys Shots remix. How excited am I? Right here on
Neon Nights. talked about the overlaps before, right? And your similarities and differences. But what I want to know is you perfectly blend nostalgia, like 80s DNA, with a modern club punch, right? What's the balance? How do you keep that balance between retro and fresh?
So to incorporate old songs into our set, so we have to kind of make them modern. So I feel like we have found a formula that works production-wise. So then you just, play with it a little bit.
Actually, it's very nice of you to say, first of all. These sounds from the 80s and 90s are part of us because we were like into music since forever, and somehow it comes very
natural.
Yeah.
It's in our DNA now, right? Like
We don't have to search or let's try this synthesizer or let's try this kind of thing. It comes very
natural.
easy.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens like we can finish a track in 2 days because it just everything falls into place like magic. So
we're not like, oh, let's make an 80s track or let's make something that sounds more 90s.
It's a genuine process.
And I'm really happy it comes like that because that's the way we show our influences.
I think that's exactly what struck us. Like when we first heard this song, Crop Tops, this is the first song we played at Boy Shorts on our show, and I remember just thinking, I love the sound of this. There's something raw about it. It was a little bit Bobby Orlando, like with the cowbell.
That's so nice of you to say.
It is exactly the Neon Nights sound, and we love the sound so much that I said to John, I'm going to reach out to them, and this was 2 years ago, and when I did and you said yes, but then we got a bit lazy, and then you became famous, and I was like, oh my god, we missed our opportunity. So but this track is so freaking good. It kind of leans a little bit into acid.
It's a bit electro clash, a little bit housey, and a little bit
works really well on the dance floor.
So can you tell us just quickly the song Crop Tops, when was that made and how did it come about?
It's one of the first tracks we worked during the pandemic, and the lyrics were ready.
So I asked Vangelis, I said, send me some lyrics, whatever you have, so I can like play around, whatever. And I was making this track, this bass of a track, and I'm like, let me try these words on it. So I sent him a sample. I said, listen to that. What do you think? And straight away he's like, yeah, I like it.
So Tareq, you sing the majority of the songs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so let's have a listen. This is Boys Shorts, Crop Tops, right here on
Neon Nights.
Boys shorts, crop tops, clarinets and black strobes, things that define you, obsessions and thoughts. I watch your legs, your clothes and chest. I dream of silk and hairy curves. Boys shorts, crop tops, clarinets and black strobes, things that define you, obsessions and thoughts. I watch your legs, your clothes and chest. I dream of silk and hairy curves.
That was Boys Shorts Crop Tops.
Okay, so when you're doing a remix, right, what stays sacred and what is fair game?
So like just
By the sounds of it, nothing is fair game.
so just say you get stems, you've got vocals, you've got drums, you get guitars.
Well, basically, like the vocals are that we want to work around. So, like, and maybe some signature sounds from the original stems. But what we like to do is to build a whole new track around the vocals, so to give it a fresh take. But then, you know, some things that are, especially in classic tracks when we do edits, like you can't really remove it. Or
I guess some elements you need to keep. Yeah, okay.
They might work really well with the new production. So, like when we did for Madonna, what was Everybody, yeah, those cowbells, like they were so great.
Or on the Bros edit, When Will I Be Famous? The synth. Yeah, you have to use this.
It's the trademark. It's the money shot.
Kim Wilde when the
you can't do that Kim Wilde song and take out you can't do that. Yeah, there's certain elements that the crowd expects, right? Okay, now we're listening to Snap. This is the power, right? Okay, I want everyone to listen to this remix because this actually makes me very emotional. Not the actual song itself in its original format does not, but this remix is, I don't know what you've done to it.
I agree. It's one of my favorites.
I get very emotional. Like there's a whole lot of nostalgia that comes to mind, but you've slowed it down. Anyway, we'll stop talking because it's so freaking good. And
this could have been like an official remix. It's so good.
As far as I'm concerned, it's officially
Yeah, absolutely.
released as of today.
All right, let's have a listen. This is Snap the Power, the Boys Shorts remix right here on
Neon Nights.
Okay, that was Snap the Power, the Boys Shorts remix. So we're going from the 90s back to the 80s to a band that were at the height of their powers in, let's face it, in their imperial phase.
Well, they hadn't quite hit the imperial phase yet, right? Because this was a...
Don't interrupt my power flow, Costa.
This was considered technically a flop for them because after Western Girls, it just didn't live up to the success.
True.
But anyway, sorry.
That's okay. I still love you.
A fact is a fact.
All right, so Tareq and Vangelis, we are now coming into Pet Shop Boys. What's the name of the song?
Oh, Love Comes Quickly.
Okay, so
It's one of my very, very favorite songs from the Pet Shop Boys. So, yeah, I asked Tareq to do this. And then we were like, should we do one more? Should we do a couple more? Because there are so many tracks we love from the Pet Shop Boys. And we did one more, Rent, which was made for the clubs.
Yeah.
You know, it was, yeah.
Yeah, Rent is a bit darker, and Love Comes Quickly was more poppy disco. So we wanted to.
I'm really happy
And we
with
put
this
them out
one,
together,
yeah.
so all the fans enjoy it like we did.
you've just named one of my favourite Pet Shop Boys. Now, I'm going to put you both on the spot. And I hate it when people ask me, what's your favourite song? Because it's like, no, what's my 10 favourite songs?
Yeah.
So you can give one, you can give 2, 3, 4, but what are your favourite Pet Shop Boys songs? I know I'm putting you on the spot, so...
Mine
Tareq,
is Heart.
that was my song of the week that I just posted the other day. Heart. And...
Yeah, mine is Being Boring.
Oh my God, mine
so
too.
many
Oh
reasons.
my
Me too.
God.
Mine too.
Yeah, and yeah, so many more. But yeah, Being Boring is very emotional and
It's the most beautiful
special
track.
to me.
It is. That's so powerful. Mine is Left to My Own Devices or Rent. Costa.
Oh, and I said Being Boring, without a doubt.
Being Boring is so freaking amazing.
Film clip, artwork,
Everything.
and single. The
Everything,
trilogy of that is just a perfect package.
Like that Behaviour album was the best, and The End of the World should have been a single too, I think.
So many good tracks. Anyway,
So now we've got Boys Shorts, Kiss Me Hard. We've gone off on a tangent, so I don't know. What am I talking about? This is Pet Shop Boys, Love Comes
Yeah.
Quickly. Sorry. Okay, this is Pet Shop Boys, Love Comes Quickly, the Boys Shorts remix, right here on...
Neon Nights.
Американская фирма Concept Technology приступила к производству компьютеров персональных.
right, so guys, tell me about 3 records that define you. Vangelis or Tareq, who wants to go first?
Yeah, mine are the first album of the Smiths back in the 80s.
Oh my God.
When I was in high school and, Morrissey destroyed my young life as a teenager. Anyway, and then George Michael's Listen Without Prejudice. And there's a Greek band called Stereo Nova, and their debut album guided me through the dance music in the early 90s.
Tareq?
Well, mine was so it's the first album from Ace of Base called Happy Nation, because it was actually the first record I bought when I was like 10 years old.
Wow.
I remember not eating at school with my money they were giving me. I was saving it so I could go buy the vinyl.
Get out of here.
It was the
That's
first
incredible.
record I've ever bought. And then it's Violator by Depeche Mode.
Of course.
Yeah, iconic. I feel like this album and the B-sides are just one by one amazing.
Impeccable.
Goldfrapp, the Black Cherry. Yeah.
So amazing. Well, we've got Goldfrapp remix coming up on the show. Half of the guys you're talking about, we've got the remixes that you've done coming up in the show. So let's listen to Boys Short, Kiss Me Hard, the Hard Ton remix right here on. Actually, let's get one of the guys to say Neon Nights. Right here on
Neon Nights.
That was Kiss Me Hard, the Hard Ton remix, Boys Shorts. Okay, so we've got Boys Shorts live here in the studio. The next track we've got coming up is by an absolute icon.
That woman.
That woman. Costa, do you want to say the name of the track?
Okay, it's her debut track. This is Madonna with Everybody. And this is like from 1982 when they released this track. They didn't release it with an image, so no one knew what she looked like.
They thought she was
Black.
Yeah.
But that was a great cover.
It was an amazing
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
I've got that 12-inch, the original pressing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I have it too.
You had to compete. It's not good enough that you can
It's
just
4 Greek boys in the room. What do you expect?
4 queens and 1 throne.
Right.
I mean, so why this track? Why Everybody?
It's a favorite track, and I think it has this sounds of those cowbells and that synth, which is very sexy and playful.
Yeah.
So we wanted to add a little bit of acid, make it a bit more clubby, and it's nice to revisit and educate the new generations.
We
You would have asked the same question if we had choose any of her track, right?
Absolutely, but this is kind of a lesser known track. So like it's you could have done Vogue, say, for instance, and then I would understand. Oh, sure, that's one of her biggest hits, but this is a
Vogue, I think,
very
is perfect as it is,
Yeah.
and
True.
it's packed up with amazing
So- and there's-
remixes, all
Yeah,
these years,
and there's
yeah.
so many edits and remixes of Vogue, but we like to do something that no one has done before, or they haven't done it as good
It's
as.
a challenge for you to take that and make it, yeah.
Yeah.
When we played this track for the first time on Neon Nights, the reaction that this track got, the text messages were blowing up because it was an edit that wasn't available to be streamed.
And people were like, where can we get this?
And we were like, on our
really?
podcast. So this is what we love doing. We love finding these like little rarities and Easter eggs that we can share with our family.
It's actually one of the edits we really want to find a way to release it somehow.
Sometime.
Yeah.
On a bootleg vinyl or something.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a listen. This is Madonna, Everybody, the Boys Shorts remix right here on
Neon Nights.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The music take control.
Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Okay, that was Her Majesty Madonna, Everybody the Boys Shorts remix. We're going to go into a brand new original Boys Shorts track. This is Flying Away. So Tareq and Vangelis, tell us a little bit about this track.
That track, when Tareq had sent me the final version, I instantly fell in love with it, and I wanted us to keep it for the album whenever the album was ready. I liked it so much that I was like, we need to have this on the album. But then Tareq, without me knowing, tried these vocals, and he sent it to me with the vocals and said, maybe it's a good single, we should not wait until the album is done. And I guess he was right, because it took us 2 years to finish the album, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
And it opens many doors, actually, this EP, and had remixes by White Square and then Gabe Guernsey on the other single of the EP. And actually, I think it brought us to a different level, and actually it was the first time after working as Boy Shorts that we put something more emotional and more personal in there, in our music.
There's definitely a depth and melancholy to the song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I dare say, if Depeche Mode were doing really good tracks today, it would sound like this.
Depeche Mode.
Thank you so much.
Because, I mean, no disrespect to the band, but
course.
there is an era of Depeche Mode that we really love, and today,
And these
and we're not
this is
quite
not
fond
it.
of that. But this is what we would want Depeche Mode to sound like today.
It's like synthetic, emotional, melancholic. That's what you want
Yeah.
in electronic dance music.
And I might also add, I did read an amazing review of your remix of Hot Chip, and the remix was, this is what Pet Shop Boys would sound if they were firing all cylinders today. And that was...
Please send it to us.
I will send it to you, but
I'll make it cover photo or screenshot for
T-shirt. Put that on your T-shirts as well. Anyway, this is Flying Away, sorry, and you're on Neon Notes.
Okay, that was Boy Shorts Flying Away. Now we're going to get into supernatural territory with Alison Goldfrapp. This is Love Invention, the Boy Shorts remix. Now, Tareq and Vangelis, we already spoke a little bit about Alison Goldfrapp. So, Tareq, maybe you could tell us a little bit about this remix and track and how it came about?
Yeah, so when she announced the Love Invention album, her first solo album, and there was some already tracks coming out with, it was more electronic dance, so I was kind of manifesting that we would like to do a remix, and somehow it happened with a friend who works for her in her management, so we approached her and sent her what we have done already, and they told us which track she would like to try on, without being the same. If the label likes it, if Goldfrapp likes it, we can release it. So Love Invention for me was my favorite track from the album, and we started working on it, and we did 2 remixes so we could have more chances
Of saying yes, yeah.
of a yes.
Yeah.
And she actually liked both, and the label released it.
And I have to be honest, I love that you went straight for the title track as well.
Yeah, of course, because people will look for the album and they can see our remix.
Jeez, good boy. Smart thinking.
But it was also a good track to work on, and yeah, it was an amazing experience. And after that, the tour came, and she followed us on Instagram, and it was a moment I was like,
Wow.
and she sent a message saying, "Thank you so much for the remixes. They're amazing." So it's nice
It
to.
was
How did
very
you-
nice to us. Yeah.
How did you feel when that happened? You must have been like,
I was
on the
jumping
moon.
up and down. I took a screenshot and sent it to my best friends. I was like, "Look, I can
Wow.
die now, happy."
Yeah, truth is that we had a lot of messages from friends. Yeah, because we've been following her also since her
And she's-
first album, and
She's quite big in Greece, so in the indie scene as well.
our friends love her. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they couldn't believe it. But what I want to say is that she was very, very kind to us when we toured with her. She was very kind.
Yeah.
the
I like
whole
hearing
the
that.
whole team.
That's lovely because
Yeah.
you do
The
some
whole team.
supports for artists, and sometimes they don't even like
No,
look
no,
at you,
she
you
was
know?
coming to talk to us before,
Wow.
after. She
That is
was
so good to
very
hear.
nice,
Yeah, it was it was a lovely time. Like we were 3 days, every day, every night performing, opening for her, and seeing like the crowd going crazy about her.
Amazing.
And yeah,
And it was nice to see, sometimes behind the
scene.
thing,
Yeah.
where you can see the artist really stressed, like you are,
yeah, getting
and,
ready, pretty like
and emotional, and all this anxiety,
The vulnerability that you don't see
Yeah.
in the clips and the artwork and the.
that you don't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
think about.
and on
Yeah.
stage, everyone's fears, but
I wouldn't know where to begin. Okay, let's have a listen. This is Love Invention, the Boy Shorts remix. I'm excited for you guys. Like when you're telling me about you get the screenshot, you're talking to her behind the scenes. It's like that would be like a dream come true. Seriously.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's listen. You're on.
Neon Nights.
Feel so good.
Alison Goldfrapp, Love Invention, the Boy Shorts remix. Now, we are going to go into a bit of 90s territory with an amazing band, Blur. So, Girls and Boys, remixed by Pet Shop Boys, now remixed by Boy Shorts.
And also covered by Pet Shop Boys too. They did a cover
Oh,
of
yeah,
this
they
as
did
well,
too.
Yeah.
which is also very good too. Okay, before we go into my next question, I want to ask what the sample is in this remix, because it sounds really familiar to me as well.
Well, it's not a sample. Actually, it was a recreation of Around the World by Daft Punk. Like, we wanted to give that essence of
Doop, 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 doop,
Yeah.
doop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the synth and how it filters the bass with the drums. And
That's funny. I was listening to it, and the vibe I got was totally Around the World.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that was intentional, but
It is.
Clearly.
We like to actually have some other reference other than the original track,
Yeah.
and some people get it. It's like Easter eggs.
absolutely, no, absolutely it is. Yeah,
It's
'cause
amazing.
like you take 2, 3, 4 different things and put them together. Yeah,
It's a mind explosion because when you can't focus sometimes on the dance floor, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. You're trying to concentrate and you're trying to say, I know what it is, but you just
Yeah.
can't get the words out.
Been tired of love in the 90s. It's paranoid. On sunny beaches, take your chances. Looking for looking for looking for looking for girls who are boys, who like boys, who be girls, who do boys, like their girls, who do girls, like their boys. Oh, girls who are boys, who like boys, who be girls, who do boys, like their girls, who do girls, like their boys. Oh, girls who are boys, who like boys, who be girls, who do boys, like their girls, who do girls, like their boys. Oh, girls who are boys, who like boys, who be girls, who do boys, like their girls, who do girls, like their boys. Avoiding all work, 'cause there's none available. Like battery thinkers, count your thoughts. I want to think more. I think that nothing is wasted, only reproduced. You get nasty blisters to possession, but we haven't been introduced.
that was Blur, Girls and Boys, the Boys Shorts remix. Now we've got an original Boys Shorts song. This is High. So tell us a little bit about this song.
So High was one of the tracks we were working on as demos, and when we gave it to the label, they were like, oh, we like it, but maybe we would like some lyrics on it. So we straight away thought, who could we have someone to be playful? And then we thought of Bestly. She's an artist in London and also DJ playing disco, often in Horsemeat Disco. And we thought, why don't we do this trick of taking titles from 80s and 90s track that we like and make it make sense.
In a song.
Yeah, in a song. So we made a demo and sent it to Besley, and we were like, do you think you would like to? And she was like, yeah, of course.
Wow.
And yeah, this is what it is.
No one says no to you, do they?
Actually, that's the good thing. That
We're lucky.
yeah, we're lucky to, we haven't heard a no yet.
That's amazing. Okay, so another question. Boys Shorts, the name of your band, where did that come from?
It was a wordplay with Boy George.
Oh,
It's funny because nobody gets it until we tell
Shorts.
them, yeah.
It's because of our love for Boy George. For Boy George, yeah.
Of course, it
Yeah.
makes so much sense. Okay, let's have a listen. This is Boys Shorts. Hi, right here on.
Neon Nights.
Say a prayer, don't cry tonight. Flash dancing kiss, borderline. Rhythm is a dancer, it's my life. Let the music play tonight. How will I know? Change of heart. Touch me all the more, don't go, let's dance. Once in a lifetime, wonderful life. Fascinated, I'm coming out. I'm high with this, high by this, high by that. I'm high on this, high with this, high with that. World in my eyes, need you tonight. Prove your love, relax, man, child. Sweet dreams, exit, boys don't cry. Back to life, high, high, high. Time after time, forever young. Fade to gray, praying for time. Big in Japan, quiet life. All that she wants are little lies. I'm high with this, high by this, high by that. I'm high on this, high with this, high with that. High with that, high by this, high by that. I'm high on this, high on that, high with this, high with that. I'm high with this, high with that, high by this, high by that. I'm high on this, high on that, high with this, high, high, high.
Okay, that was Boys Shorts. High. Absolutely awesome. So now we're going to go to the 80s and more awesomeness. This is Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes. Of course, it's the Boys Shorts remix.
Okay, so before I go to my question, when she did this song, this was America's answer to the new romantic movement. Because if you remember the film clip, she was all in frills and stuff.
Yes.
The double hand claps. The UK had already finished with it, but America was just starting to take it on with Prince and her. So when she did this version, Betty Davis actually immediately messaged her and said to her, "Thank you for making me relevant again."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So isn't it nice? So she got that text message, and that was the thank you for doing Betty Davis.
Thank you for bringing me back into the cultural
Which also,
zeitgeist.
let me add, this is a cover version. Did you know that Kim Carnes is not the original version of the song?
Excuse me?
No, it's a cover version.
Who did the original?
I can't remember, but anyway.
That's okay, we'll look it up.
I didn't know that.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, we were very honored when they approached us to do
Yeah?
the remix. Yeah.
Yeah, we were like really excited. And
So did you get feedback from Kim Carnes about it?
yeah, she actually texted us to say that it was her favorite remix.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Wow.
we were actually, we didn't. It's a track that is so classic that you don't know how to approach it.
Some are like you can't touch it because it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought let's do a little bit of French touch on it, and it worked really, really well.
It's perfect because you have changed it up a little bit, but you've kept those elements in it that are so
Yeah.
recognizable.
Recognizable, yeah.
Okay, this is Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes, Boy Shorts remix, the official best remix from the lady herself,
As per Kim Carnes. You heard it first, right here on
Neon Nights.
That was the classic Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes, the Boy Shorts remix. Now, this is Bros, When Will I Be Famous? So Tareq and Vangelis, why this remix?
So I think it was one of those days that we were like, let's do an edit, and we were trying to find some, because we like to be a little bit of obscure, like maybe too poppy so we can bring it to our sound. And I don't know, I think maybe there was something going on with Bros, like maybe it came up on a documentary on
That
TV.
time. Yeah, maybe.
And When Will I Be Famous is a track that it's really fun and has like this
Oh, I love
synth,
it.
yeah.
Energy, you know, that's it.
Such a good song.
But I think it was also on Spotify. Maybe it came like while it was playing on a playlist or something. That remix that had some elements that I thought, maybe we could work on that. And that's
Yeah, I was
how,
very happy. We chose
Yeah.
this track, yeah.
I think we found the acapella and then
Oh,
worked
yes.
the music around. And the difficult part was to take the synth. Yeah, it was a bit noisy, but we kind of managed it.
Were Bros famous in Australia?
They were big,
This was number one in Australia.
but I Owe You Nothing
really?
was
I
my
should have
favourite
known,
song.
sorry.
Yeah. They were big, and then they kind of not big after
Yeah.
maybe about an album.
Because
you
they had
know.
two songs, right? When Will I Be Famous? I Owe You Nothing.
Drop the Boy.
Drop the Boy.
I don't even know how
I
that
quit.
goes.
I
I
quit.
Cut Amongst
was
the
my
Pigeons?
favorite. at
Yeah.
the
Really?
time,
Too
yeah.
much.
I don't even know how that goes.
Too Much was from the second album.
Yeah, and then they had a
Chocolate in the
chocolate
Box.
box. Yeah, they had a few songs.
Cats Among the Pigeons was from the first album,
yes,
right?
Yeah, with a B-side with Silent Night.
And Sister was from the second album.
They were kind of like the second incarnation of Wham, at that point, weren't they? But not as good.
yeah.
I see that was
Costa.
not a good comparison.
Costa, you better back off now. All right, let's listen to the track. We're going to come back with an extra special surprise. You're right here on
Neon Nights.
Okay, that's Bros, When Will I Be Famous? We've come to the end of the show, but we've got one more song from Tareq and Vangelis, aka Boy Shorts. So tell us the name of the song. Actually, before we go into the song, tell us about the future. What have you got planned? What's in store for us this year and next year?
So we just finished an album which is gonna come out in April, and the first single is coming out on the 19th of this month, and this is what we're gonna listen as the last track, and it's called Come.
Oh, how do you spell that?
However you like. It's C-O-M-E.
Just checking.
I don't know if there's another way, but yeah. Anyway,
On vocals is Michael Cignarale.
Michael Cignarale from New York, which is
We absolutely love him.
yeah, his voice is amazing, and he's also a really nice house producer, and yeah, we play a lot of his tracks on our sets. So when we did the demo, we were like, yeah, we would like him to sing on it. So yeah, he came up with his amazing melodies and lyrics, and which
His
is
vocals are
just out of this
He can
world.
do anything, I think.
I can't wait
With
to
his
hear
voice,
it.
Yeah.
So that's the first release of your album coming out in April.
Yes.
There's going to
And-
be 2 more singles.
We
We're
can
very
mention
happy.
there will be Justin Strauss is also on.
Are you
the
kidding me?
Casey Spooner, Konstantinos Vita from Stereo Nova from Greece.
He's a Greek artist.
Yeah.
We admire.
So yeah, we had. We should say the title. The title.
Yeah, what's
is
the name of the
called, What does it take to make this man happy? Approaches in the queer community or politics, like patriarchy and all that. It's a bit of a statement. The tracks talk about many things in our lives, from social media, love, and
It's honestly like a diary.
Oh.
Yeah, I do
so it's a
believe.
journey that we wanted to share with people, and it's very different from the club tunes we made.
How many tracks on the album?
There are 11.
11.
Oh, amazing.
Well, if everything we've heard tonight is something to go by, it's going to explode. I think your trajectory is so steep and high at the moment.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing what is
Coming up next for Boy
yeah.
Shorts. So thank you so much for coming into the studio. And
Thank you for
talking with
a whole
us.
hour of our tracks.
It's been so much fun, and all the stuff we were talking about off air, which nobody will ever hear, was even more fun. Anyway, so Tareq and Vangelis, thank you so much for coming into the studio and talking to us on Neon Nights.
Thanks,
Thank you
boys.
for having
So
us.
let us present the brand new song. Why don't you guys introduce it?
It's Come with Michael Cignarale on vocals.
You heard it first. Thank you, everybody. I'm John von Ahlen,
I'm Costa Lakoumentas.
and together we are
Neon Nights.
I'm not afraid of heartbreak. I'm not afraid of anything. You are bringing. So come on. So come on. So come on.
Hi, this is Dannii Minogue, and you're listening to Neon Nights with John and Costa.